Mastering solo travel, freedom, confidence, and discovery. Have you ever thought about what it really takes to travel solo like a pro? Solo travel in 2025 is more popular than ever. More and more people are ditching the idea of waiting for friends or family to take the trip of a lifetime and are instead taking matters into their own hands. What's driving this trend? Well, for one, people are realizing that solo travel is an incredible opportunity for self-discovery, personal growth, and freedom. When you travel solo, you're not held back by anyone else's opinions or schedules. You can do what you want, when you want, and go wherever you please. And let's be real, who doesn't love the idea of having an entire Instagram-worthy beach to themselves? But solo travel isn't without its misconceptions. There are still plenty of people out there who think solo travel is boring, lonely, or even dangerous. But I'm here to tell you that's just not true. With the right mindset and a bit of planning, solo travel can be one of the most empowering experiences of your life. So, let's dive into some of the common fears or misconceptions people have about traveling alone. One of the biggest ones is safety. People often think that solo travelers, especially women, are more vulnerable to scams, theft, or even violence. But the reality is, solo travelers are often more aware of their surroundings and take extra precautions to stay safe. Another fear is loneliness. People assume that solo travelers are going to be stuck eating dinner alone every night, wandering around like a lost puppy, and just generally feeling sad and alone all the time. But the truth is, solo travel forces you to be more social, to put yourself out there, and to meet new people. Some people think solo travel is only for young single people, but that's not true either. Solo travel is for anyone who wants to take control of their own adventure, regardless of age or relationship status. And then there's the misconception that solo travel is expensive. While it's true that you won't have anyone to split costs with, solo travel can actually be more cost-effective in the long run. Without having to consider anyone else's opinions or preferences, you can choose the most budget-friendly options and make the most of your money. Another common fear is that solo travel is boring, that you'll get stuck in your hostel room all day watching Netflix. But solo travel is actually a great opportunity to try new things, take risks, and push yourself out of your comfort zone. Some people think solo travel is only for experienced travelers, but that's not true either. Solo travel is for anyone who's willing to take the leap and learn as they go. And then there's the misconception that solo travel is selfish. That taking time for yourself, to focus on your own goals and desires, is somehow wrong. But the truth is, solo travel can actually be a really selfless thing. By taking the time to focus on yourself, you're becoming a better, more whole person, which can only benefit those around you. Others think solo travel is only for adventure seekers. But solo travel is for anyone who wants to explore new places, try new foods, and experience different cultures. Some people think solo travel means you are antisocial. But solo travel can actually be a great way to meet new people, make friends, and even find a sense of community. Planning is key when it comes to successful solo travel. It's essential to research your destination, book your accommodations, and plan your itinerary in advance. But it's also important to leave some room for spontaneity. Don't be afraid to take a detour, try a new restaurant, or take a last-minute tour. One of the most important things to consider when planning your solo trip is your budget. Set a realistic budget, track your expenses, and make the most of your money. Choosing the right destination is also crucial. Consider places that are solo traveler-friendly, have a low cost of living, and are easy to get around. Packing light is a must when it comes to solo travel. You don't want to be lugging around a huge suitcase, especially if you're planning to move around a lot. Staying connected with family and friends back home is also important. Make sure you have a reliable phone plan and consider investing in a portable Wi-Fi hotspot. When you're solo traveling, it's essential to prioritize your safety. Research your destination, stay informed about local conditions, and trust your instincts. Taking time for self-reflection is also important. Solo travel can be a great opportunity to journal, meditate, and focus on personal growth. Meeting new people is a huge part of solo travel. Consider staying in social hostels, joining group tours, or attending local events. Trying new foods is also a must when solo traveling. Don't be afraid to try new flavors, textures, and cuisines. And don't be afraid to take risks. Solo travel is all about stepping out of your comfort zone and trying new things. One of the most transformative solo travel experiences I've had was when I traveled to Japan alone. I had always been fascinated by the Japanese culture, but I was afraid to go alone. I was afraid of getting lost, of not being able to communicate, of feeling lonely. But as soon as I arrived in Tokyo, I knew that I had made the right decision. I spent my days exploring temples, trying new foods, and getting lost in the winding streets of Kyoto. And I spent my nights journaling, reflecting on my experiences, and feeling more connected to myself than I had in years. Solo travel has a way of doing that, of stripping away the distractions and leaving you with nothing but yourself. And it was in those moments of solitude that I realized just how empowering solo travel can be. Solo travel isn't about being selfish or reckless. It's about being brave, taking risks, and trusting yourself. It's about pushing past your fears and doubts and embracing the unknown. And it's about returning home a little wiser, a little more confident, and a little more whole. So, to sum it all up, solo travel isn't about being lonely or boring. It's about being free, being brave, and being you. It's about taking control of your own adventure and making the most of your time on this earth. And it's about returning home with a newfound sense of confidence, a newfound sense of self, and a newfound appreciation for the world around you. So, I want to hear from you guys. Have you ever traveled solo? What were some of your favorite experiences? Share your stories in the comments below. And if you're new here, consider subscribing for more travel content and check out my other video on the top 10 solo travel destinations for beginners. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.